Hello, I'm Pat McShea. I'm an educator at Carnegie Museum of Natural History, and I have the great privilege today of showing you a bit of bird hall at the museum. One of the things to remember in Bird Hall is that all of the stuffed birds that you're looking at were once alive. There are two different forms of stuffed birds here in Bird Hall. The ones that we're going to be looking at mostly are called taxidermy mounts. And that word taxidermy means when it's done right, it has the illusion of being alive. And one of the things that helps me know when the taxidermy is working very, very well is when visitors to the museum encounter the other form of preserved birds, something we call a study skin. I happen to have one with me here. I've been told by some people that it looks just like a cleaned up roadkill. In fact, it is the preserved remains of the complete exterior of a bird that was once alive. In this case, a bird called a belted kingfisher. The belted name is not the kind of belt we wear to keep our pants up, but actually a color band of feathers across the bird's chest. That gives it its name. When I show this to students or even to teachers, one of the things that gets their attention immediately is where the eyes would be. There's cotton sticking out because the entire interior of the bird is just stuffed with cotton. The shorthand description of how these are made is that if you're working from the carcass of a dead bird, anything that would rot or smell bad has been removed. So all of the guts, all of the muscle, the eyes, the brain, some of the bones are left in place rather, the bones in the feet, the skull, in this case with the beak on it. But other than that, the bird is not in a lifelike position at all. At Carnegie Museum of Natural History, the scientific collection has 190,000 specimens of birds. Most of those are in this form, study skin, because they can be prepared exactly the same way, and then comparisons between them can be accurate. Taxidermy, as you'll see with the birds on exhibit here, are prepared in many different ways. Some have their wings open, some have their wings closed, their head looking left, their head looking right, but it's up to the person that does the mounting, that does the skill of taxidermy to decide how they're positioned. The grouping of birds in Bird Hallway are very, very important too. As you'll see, we have all the owls grouped together, the woodpeckers grouped together. Some other birds are grouped together according to the habitat they occupy. And one of the things that is particularly nice about Bird Hallway is that there are some birds that you might see in your own backyard that are here. Other ones you might have to go to a place as far away as Antarctica to see them. But you can see them just steps from one another here. If you're a fan of birds or a hardcore bird watcher, you know that it's not always easy seeing them out in the wild. They fly, they go behind bushes, they stay out of view often. Here it can be very, very different. They're right in front of you. You get a detailed view of the bird and its features very, very clearly, and you can take your time and study those. I'm a bird watcher, and I've often, after sighting a bird in the wild, the next time I'm here working at the museum, I'll stop in Bird Hallway to take a look at something that I got a glimpse of through binoculars, and here I can see it clearly. What I'm usually looking at is some tiny feature on the legs or the beak or the eyes, and the taxidermy mounts in Bird Hallway are a great, great tool for that. And I hope you'll have the same opportunity to learn more about birds through this big, wonderful exhibit.